I usually don't be reacting to like videos like this, but it was definitely a topic that um involved me a lot, and I agree with well I don't agree with it, but yeah, I do agree. Rap fatigue is so stupid. Yes, I agree. Um, First off, the whole thing of like people was like, oh, rap isn't wasn't in the top 40 songs this year. Not even this year. I think this like moment there's no rap song in the top 40 of the billboards. Who cares, nigga? And I think every time the casual, music listener like tries to open their brain up and give comments on music is obviously like the most stupid shit. I think the last time we had the general public talking about music this much was Dochi. That shit was even more stupid. So yeah, niggas just gotta understand you're just not that music guy, pal. You're just the everyday, goer. This isn't just something that's so easily understood. It's like, you know, rap is what you hear every day on the radio, what you see on TikTok. That's all what rap is. Like not everything you see is damn near curated. Like you never see the full picture. Yeah, so maybe mainstream rap is dead or something like that. But yeah, never the genre is just fine. The best shit whenever up there, other than the 2000s, for real. No Kanye and them. But yeah, on with the video.
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a discussion about my least favorite discourse trend as of late, rap fatigue. I don't know if this is a talking point that has been popping up for you on social media. I know it certainly has for me.
Oh, okay. The people who be like, because I had a lot just in my head about this. The people who be like, why I stopped listening to rap music. Nigga, you was listening to fucking Lil Baby, Drake, Moneybagg Yo, talking about why I stopped listening to rap music. Nigga, you was listening to pop music, right? Damn near. Not not genre wise, but like that's just mainstream shit you was just intaking. You ain't listening to rap for real. You just listen to a few rap songs.
In my YouTube recommendations, in my Twitter replies, and TikTok rants I come across, I sort of see this as a very weird and ugly outgrowth from the collective conversation that some people have been having about rap music no longer charting in the way that it once was over the past decade in 2025. And instead of everybody just inherently knowing and understanding that music trends and genres, what's hot, what's not, is always in a constant state of flux and change and evolution, a lot of people are struggling to come up with an answer.
That exactly. You got like people like when there isn't an answer, they trying to gravitate to whatever is the most, I don't know, like whatever is the most grabbing, and this is what they came up with. Like, bro, it's okay to not have a headline, my nigga. But it gotta be something, everything gotta be a big spectacle, bro. That shit not that crazy.
To this quote-unquote issue, and some of the guesses and some of the theories around this, in my opinion,
then everybody gonna start dropping think pieces,
pretty
bro.
ugly. And yeah, that's what rap fatigue is. It's an ugly and very surface level framing of why hip-hop music might not be doing so hot right now commercially. Because when you look at these various rants and bits of discourse bringing up rap fatigue as an idea, there are a few very common threads that go throughout all of them. What is often brought up is rap music these days is really repetitive, really negative, very dark, pulls from a lot of the same musical ideas and flow patterns.
Yeah,
and also, and this is a very interesting one, the themes don't align with the life that I'm living and the way that I see the world.
It's that one is especially stupid because it aligning, like, sure. Like, but you don't have to relate to everything or align with everything. Like that was never the case. Like I didn't only listen to shit that I related to. Nigga, some shit just sound good.
Who grew up listening to hip hop and rap. Recently, I completely stopped listening and indulging in that field of music because I mean, it's pretty obvious. They talk about sex, money, drugs, and shit. And there are people that don't talk about that stuff, and I guess it really depends. But I
Now, if you stop listening to this whole like part of music, like secular music as a whole, and say you just only went to gospel, that would be different. But then some niggas was like, "Well, I stopped listening to rap and R&B." What you mean is why you stopped listening to black people? That's what you meant? Cause that's what I'm hearing, dog. Yeah, cause the pop stuff that talk about a lot of things that aren't the best things is just fine, right? I see a common denominator here. Yeah.
Really resonated with any rap artists, honestly.
Which, sidebar, I find to be a very
let's run it back.
With any rap,
run it back.
I guess it really depends. But I never really resonated with any rap artist.
Guaranteed she don't know a single rap artist that never been on a billboard or never had a trending TikTok song. That's the extent of rap that she's known.
Honestly.
Which, sidebar, I find to be a very interesting way to look at hip hop music and music in general, because does everybody who consumes and enjoys music only consume and enjoy music that either they personally align with or they see themselves in a very direct and literal way, or is, I guess, like espousing a lifestyle that they aspire to on some level? Because this is not really a trend or expectation that people hold to so tightly for other mediums. Like, people don't go out to the theater to see a Marvel movie thinking they're going to wake up and be a superhero the next day. And while personally I enjoy a lot of different genres of music for music's sake and for the sake of sonic and textural aesthetics, I actually enjoy hearing a lot of music that represents points of view and experiences, walks of life that are not my own. When it's pulled off best, it can actually do a lot to convey feelings or points of view I wouldn't have otherwise considered, or on some level lend me a little bit of insight into a world I have no connection to. I'm sure you've already figured it out, but it seems like most of the people who are wholeheartedly hopping on this rap fatigue trend have a very limited view of the genre, because the number of artists or I guess subgenres within the genre itself that they're listening to is very narrow, very limited. Oftentimes it is the most widely accessible, popular, viral, well playlisted,
rap caviar
stuff you can get your hands on, which, I mean, at this point, with labels so closely colluding with music streaming platforms these days, any artist that is getting that level of push has to be industry connected or friendly on some level, meaning they're probably making music that is super easily understandable, digestible, replayable. In those conditions, regardless of genre, hip hop or otherwise, you're not going to find a whole lot of room for versatility, variety, nuance, experimentation. Bro. It just seems like
you gotta get the gist of your song in 30 seconds, dog. Can't be no parts, can't be no build, like can't be like, you know, your whole song gotta be summed up in that 30 seconds. The rest is just reiterating what you did in those 30 seconds. Yeah, so there's not a lot of room for introspectivity or nothing like that.
That deeply into the genre, because if they were, they actually would be aware of the pretty wide array of quality releases that have come out this year, whether you're talking about the super heady person.
Okay, I saw this cover art. So you know, I listen to a pretty big wide variety of things, but I'm not really going out and listening to new people like every single day, like new artists. But whenever you hear an album that's like sticking out and I hear a lot of talk about it, I'm like, what's to talk about, bro? Let me hear it. So I'm gonna just take this down just to I wanna be part of it. Where is it at? Boom. Okay.
personal and emotional rhymes that are on the new Navy Blue record.
Oh,
or
that's Navy
Tyler,
Blue,
the
facts.
creator, experimenting with more dance music styles and
I know some
pop
songs
and
from him,
R&B
and I don't
flavors
listen
on
to him
his
for real.
latest project. There's also been great stuff from Billy Woods, McKinley Dixon. The list goes on and
I only
on
heard the
and
Danny
on,
Brown one.
honestly. I also forgot to mention the new Little Sims record, which is fantastic. But the thing is, while these artists do have respectable followings, they don't make music that
Yo, it just feel like I be trying to listen to everything, bruh. Like I constantly feel like, dang, I gotta hear this. I always gotta catch up with something, cause it's like I don't want to miss nothing, man.
is so easily replicable and easy to things. They don't make music that is so easily replicable and easy to shove down people's throats on social media in short form over and over and over and over and over. So I have to ask, is it really rap music that you're fatigued with, or is it the algorithm just handing you the same crap over and over and over? You know, this also says
That takes thinking. A lot of people don't do that. That's not a common popular thing to think, you know, to think original thoughts. And you know, people think, like, some people may think they do that, but then they just might slip into the we're all, the government's controlling you, you gotta go against the agenda. And then people think they're like original, like free thinking people just by subscribing to another line of thought that just advertises itself as like different and edgy and what's the word? Not conservative. Something like that, you know, as not politically correct. But that's literally just the same thing. You're just mindlessly following just another idea rather than, you know, taking everything at its value and then coming out with thoughts. And everything don't need just a hard answer. But you know, niggas, that's natural. You know, people gonna try to do that.
me that a lot of rap fatigue complainers don't spend a whole lot of time listening to maybe other genres, because if they did, they would see there are very much copied and pasted trends and cliches running across a lot of stuff that you see on the charts when you look at the genre that it's contained.
Bro, country music, and it's not even like the black, cause for some reason people think, oh, black people are taking country when we made it, but the contemporary thing didn't even start until a black person won it. White people was making contemporary country music. Like, now I wonder if they gonna put those same white people in contemporary, or if they just might get the classic, even though they're not with the Grammys category. But yeah, country been on the hip hop type of like wave, the trap drums and stuff, all that.
Within, look at EDM, look at country. That new Morgan Wallen album is just one giant fucking grocery list of musical cliches. I can't really hate too much though, because on some level I do see a lot of these people as like victims of the world of media that we're currently locked into and can't really escape, because they're just like they're just kind of casual fans and consumers of music, and as a result they are going to just kind of like enjoy, without thinking too much of it, whatever is handed to them by the algorithm. If we were taking the clock and pulling it 20 years back, they would just be enjoying casually and passively what is handed to them on the radio, which is fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with being that kind of consumer. While these people aren't super curious about music, maybe they're curious about other things. You know, maybe they're super curious about movies. They don't so much think that deeply about what music they're enjoying or consuming on a regular basis.
Exactly.
Who the hell knows? Either way,
a lot of people don't listen to music primarily. Music is just the thing that goes on in the background. You don't focus on the music and think about it for real. It's like, can this make me dance or not? Or does this make me stop and think? And now, if it makes me stop and think, that's the Kendrick music that you play chess with and shit like that. Like, it's just that or that.
by virtue of the fact that they have just been kind of, partaking in what streaming platforms, the charts, the industry has been telling them, like, hey, this is popular, this is good stuff, this is worth your time. They have now had their world, or their, I guess, perspective on this style completely painted now by these platforms to mean one singular thing and be one singular idea. So unfortunately, while, we have all kind of like collectively enjoyed the freedom of, endless streams of music, of as many artists as we could possibly listen to in the most compact amount of time, because songs are shorter, there's more options, there's more variety. This has led to an era of music consumption, unfortunately, where the stuff that has risen to the top, the artists who have prevailed the most, are the ones whose music has proven to scale the best in this current music economy, which, as we should know from previous eras of the music industry, what scales the best and makes the most money is not always the most artistically sound. And unfortunately, I feel like we've kind of come full circle back to a time period, at least a little bit, culturally, that I remember vividly as a kid, where because of the hip hop music that was most commercially popular at the time, where it was spread, how people gained access to it, and also let's remember to factor in racism too. That is also a factor here. We are now seeing this return of boomer ass opinions that just have just a super limited portrayal of what rap music is.
There's so much good music out there that's not rap.
Rap might be the worst genre. Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That's like throughout time. For how long it's went on, what the definition of rap hip hop is, how many other genres it could like well weave into it. I don't know if it's the right word, but it might not be crazy to say, I don't know how he's this far off. It might not be crazy to say rap is like the best genre, like top 2, maybe 3 genres like ever. From what it done, what it be. This nigga 50 Cent got shot. Came back and made a song. Nigga said he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. Nigga, what genres is doing that, nigga? What genres is doing that? Wrong one. My nigga. That's rap right there, nigga. Talking about worst genre. Wayne, ain't no other, like, I'm not gonna say ain't no other, but especially right now, and other genres are like so like focused on what the charts is. If you on the charts, yeah, how like emotionally charged some, and this is not like stopped at rap like other genres do it, but just the emotional part of what rap be doing, just especially me. that is a part I can relate to. But the shit that be the niggas do in rap, nigga, lyricism, bro. Every other genre is like this in lyricism. Rap is like way up here, nigga. That shit is lyricism, bro. That's like one of the things they just do. They hit the mark on and they just redefine what that is at that point. We got niggas like Kendrick Lamar out here doing. Come on, cuz. You lost it, nigga. You missed the mark. Holy nigga.
What rap music is.
There's so much good music out there that's not rap. And it's like real music, real instruments, and real
music, real instruments. Facts. That's real instruments. That's real music right there. None of that drums. None of the drum pad. Like other genres don't use electronic instruments either. Rap just do it.
People playing stuff instead of just rap, and real music, real instruments, and real people playing stuff instead of just rap and spewing about gangsters and guns and bitch.
That's racist, by the way. Don't try to look at this as any other way. That's racist, buddy. A lot of people like want to dance around the racism just so the point is more like accepted, or what I don't know, that's not the word I'm looking for, but just so you're taken more seriously, they want to just serve it to you as other things rather than just being racist, because that's not gonna you know, drive over well. But yeah, say certain words, yeah, dog. That's racism, buddy.
It's a lifestyle that I don't even want to live, like, at all. I'm not a gangster. I was raised in a nice
The only rap that exists is gangster rap. Facts.
bitches. A lifestyle that I
In
don't
the back.
rap and spewing about gangsters and guns and bitches. A lifestyle that I don't even want to live, like, at all. I'm not a gangster. I was raised in a nice neighborhood.
And as a result, people are thinking they are fatigued
Why are we giving this
with
the
rap
time of
music,
the day?
when in actuality, they're just feeling fatigue with the most obvious and most boring pap that the music industry has to offer, as far as like what it labels as rap music. And look, truth be told, there are a lot of artists that I personally enjoy that, you know, make it onto the Rap Caviar playlist every
Facts.
week or so. But
Zaddy.
that playlist and others
Tyler
like it
Creator,
should
Kendrick Lamar.
not be for you the be all end all of like what hip hop music is, where you should access it, because if it is, you are going to have a super limited view of the genre and you are going to get sick of it pretty quickly. In fact, like if that's where most people are hearing about their rap music, I'm surprised they didn't get sick of it sooner, because if you actually care about this style of music, you should be seeking out alternatives to what Spotify is handing you. And I think people really need to start to come to grips with the fact that like Spotify right now, culturally, commercially, is essentially what MTV was in the 2000s as far as like musical and cultural curation. They're not like this innocent, cool, chill streaming platform where you get to do and explore whatever it is you want to your heart's desire. They are literally actively framing the window through which you
That's
see
crazy.
music and culture itself. They are a massive corporation. They are invested in by the major labels. They are essentially doing their bidding, and they should be seen and understood as much. They're a big, greedy, and opportunistic company. They're
Fact.
not your friend. They're not a tool. They're not a map through which you find out about the world of music. They have a vested interest in you consuming, streaming, and engaging with certain things. And those things are skewed by commercial interests. And while Spotify is, you know, maybe the biggest culprit and issue, kind of the industry leader in being awful, the rest of the music streaming platforms out there are not better by much, even if I did go out of my way to put them all on a tier list one time. So again, I don't think anyone has rap fatigue, truly. I think what people have is algorithm fatigue. And if we're going to break out of this and heal this problem culturally, I think people need to be doing a better job of more actively seeking out the sorts of things.
Yeah,
that they
people
want to
just
see.
don't want to actively do something. They just serve what's given to them, unfortunately.
They want to hear, they want to enjoy, they want to consume, because honestly, if you're not making these decisions, you're just allowing some giant corporation to make them for you. And therein lies the issue. Thank you very much for watching. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. I'm sure you will. Anthony Fantano, fatigue, forever.
Facts.